Well, there's the State of the Union Tuesday night. Democrats who attended the State of the Union received a dressing down from President Trump after they refused to stand for Americans over illegals. At least 71 Democrats and one independent from both the House and Senate entirely skipped the speech, holding their own, quote, State of the Swamp event instead. Joining me now is California Congressman Ro Khanna, who was at the State of the Union but did not stand. Congressman, thank you so much for being here this morning. It's good to see you. Are we to assume that Democrats really do? Thank you, sir. Are we to assume that Democrats really do put the needs of illegals ahead of American citizens?
That's just not true. Of course, the first principle of the American government is to protect and look after the American people, American citizens. The problem is you can't have Democrats stand while Donald Trump's talking about those who are undocumented when he's got an ICE agency that is killing American citizens, when he's got an ICE agency that is raiding American citizens and treating the undocumented as violation of human rights. So you're never going to get Democrats to stand for that and say that we agree with Trump's ICE agency.
Well, look, this requires context, and I think we both know that. I mean, look, you can't tell citizens to get in the faces of law enforcement and ICE agents and think that ICE agents are not going to respond. You can't tell citizens that it's okay to interrupt an operation that is underway where you're expecting the ICE agents to take down criminals who are here illegally and not expect them to respond. You can't have a person who's armed with a gun showing in his belt interrupting ICE operations and not expect an ICE agent to react. Do we agree on that?
Marie, you're trying to have a reasonable conversation. Let me say what I agree with. You can't have people just go try to interrupt law enforcement, including ICE. But the answer to that is not to shoot them dead. There is a proportional use of force. There is training. And would you agree that in a number of these cases, ICE agents have exceeded what a proportional response is?
I think if an ICE agent feels a threat and feels that he or she and his team is under threat by having someone who's armed, clearly armed with a gun on his belt, interrupt him, then he's going to shoot. And they're trained to kill.
But Maria, I mean, even in this country where we have a Second Amendment, you can't say that any person who shows up with a gun simply by doing that at an event could be shot to death. I mean, in Alex Pretty's case.
Yes, the person that we're talking about, Alex Pretty, we've got video of him, you know, the day before or whatever, earlier, you know, knocking out the car light on the back of the agent's car, throwing things at the car, you know, so he was actually antagonizing them.
Yeah, but that's not the capital punishment. You don't give someone the capital punishment. Yes, he did harass them a few days before. Yes, he had a gun on them. I guess I just have such a strong belief in civil liberties and constitutional rights. He's an American citizen. You don't kill him. And I think most Americans look at this, and they wanted the border to be secure. Some of them actually think that the border is more secure now, but they don't want ICE agents in their libraries, in their schools, on their streets, harassing not just the undocumented, but harassing American citizens. And I wish we could get to a common sense on this.
Yeah.